Hey,
Good
hey.
evening. Hey. Good evening, everyone. It is Thursday, July the 23rd, 2020 at 11:15 p.m. Central Time. And well, this is what's on this evening. And everybody should know what's on this evening. It's all about Taylor Swift. Now, I haven't seen the album as being dropped yet, so I'm assuming
It's
she just dropped the video, and I'm assuming the album is coming soon. Or have you already seen the album?
I believe the album's on Spotify already,
All right, I haven't seen
but
it on Apple Music yet.
no, it's not. I haven't seen it on Apple Music yet. I feel like that albums tend to show up on Spotify before Apple Music. I feel like that's kind of what happens typically, but I think it's on Spotify. I was able to listen to like 28-second clips of some of the songs. So,
Okay, well, we're not here. We're not going to talk about the album in this episode. What we're here to do is we're to talk about the video that dropped right at 11 p.m. Central Time on the dot. It went live on YouTube. I saw part of the live feed, and then I watched it again on demand. The video is out, and the video is out for which song?
Cardigan.
Cardigan. All right, so the song is Cardigan. The video is out. I've watched it once. You've watched the video how many times?
I guess 1.5.
Okay, 1.5. All right. So
I caught
together.
the half of it the first time, and then I watched it back.
Okay. So I guess I've seen it 1.5 times too, because the first time when I joined the live feed, it was halfway through. So 1.5 times. So one full time through, I think I understand it. I think I understand the symbolism. I think I got it. I could be wrong. I think I got it. So here's what we'll do. So for everyone listening, welcome. Thank you for tuning into the Currently On podcast. This is the podcast all about what's currently on. We're talking about Taylor Swift. We're talking about the video to the song Cardigan. We're going to get to the album at some point, but we thought we would just we would analyze the video. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to turn it over to Becca first. She'll give you her thoughts on the video. You can throw in your thoughts about the song. I was really watching the visuals and trying to interpret the visuals more than I was trying to really listen to the music or the composition or even really the lyrics a little bit, but I was really focusing on the visuals in the video. So you tell me what you think, and then I will jump in when you conclude. So here, everyone, is Becca and her analysis of the Cardigan video by Taylor Swift that just dropped about 17 minutes ago.
Okay, so I haven't, like I said, I've only seen it about 1.5 times, so I haven't had a chance to dissect any lyrics yet or really any symbolism. I will say that I felt like the video was kind of reminiscent of like Chronicles of Narnia type vibe. I was getting that kind of vibe from it. And just like when she went through the piano and into this, otherworldly looking type of situation. And then I felt like this song, the music itself sounded kind of folksy a little bit. I felt like there was a kind of folksy vibe to it. But overall, I feel like I'm going to have to really listen to the album as a whole before I can fully dissect it. I feel like Taylor is kind of known for you kind of have to see everything collectively before you really catch on to what's going on. And so I'll need to be able to listen to the album in its entirety. But I liked it. I definitely liked the music. I liked the lyrics. I just don't know that I'm to the place yet where I can like truly dissect anything, but I liked it for sure.
Okay, I will throw at you my on the spot analysis, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, the video opens with her sitting at a piano. True?
Yes.
Okay, and she's kind of in an older house with these photos that it reminds you of something old, right? Something old. All right. So here's my interpretation. The video opens and with the quote unquote old Taylor Swift, right? At her beginnings, right? It's an older house, country kind of vibe. She starts off young, country. All right, that's where she starts. Okay. Then as she's playing the piano, at the top of the piano, she opens it. There's all this light. She crawls up and basically steps into the piano that serves as a portal or a doorway, When she
Mm-hmm.
comes out, she's in a, that's kind of in a grayish, kind of a darkish color. When she comes out, she's in this kind of bright green, waterfalls, this kind of, new environment, right? And she still remains seated at the piano, correct?
Yes.
Oh, so this is kind of the transformation. Taylor Swift takes the transformation, but where is she? She's still at the piano. It's still about her music, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's transformed, but it's still about her music. Then there is another step through. Now it's kind of the piano stool, right? It's not the
Yeah.
piano now, it's the stool, which is interesting because it's kind of separated from the music. She takes a step through it, and where does she end up?
In the ocean.
And the water went in the middle of a storm, and she's almost drowning. Now
Mm-hmm.
this is kind of like the turmoil, the chaos that happened in her life, almost separate from the music. All the bad blood, get it? Okay, all the things happening, all the controversy, Kanye controversy, controversies about boyfriends, all the other things that happened, right? And if you notice, there's a lyric that is repeated a number of times, that when you were young, basically no one thinks you know anything, right?
Yes.
So these are about stages. Each time she goes through the portal, it's a new stage in Taylor Swift's career or life. Well, she finds herself in a storm, and what does she cling to?
The piano. Yeah,
The
I did notice
piano.
that. That
She,
was one symbol I did notice, is that that she clings to her music whenever it's
she,
a.
yeah. When everything else goes to crap, she goes back and clings to her music. It's her
Yeah.
music, and so the music, and then then she goes through the doorway again, and where does she end back?
Oh man, I don't.
Back in the
Back
original house.
in
Back
the
in the
original
she
house. Yeah.
go
Okay.
yeah she goes back, and this album is called Folklore, and there's this idea, and even it's kind of, some people, I already saw some of the comments on YouTube, the old Taylor is back, right? That this album is going to be folksy, maybe kind of a country vibe. Even the song Cardigan was very much, it wasn't the pop bad
No.
blood, with a rapper kind of thing. No, more of a folksy sound. And you even described it that way. So she's in a sense returning back to the thing that gave her foundation, get back to that. Almost getting away from the storm a little bit. I thought the symbolism was about her transformation at different periods. She gets away from music, ends up in a storm, returns back to the music, and she's returning back to that folksy sound. Can we say back to her roots? I think that's the symbolism in the song. The cardigan, it's interesting because at the end she puts the cardigan on. Now she's
Mm-hmm.
referring, like in the lyrics, it's almost like she's referring to a relationship, which
Yeah.
of course you could, but it's vague enough that I think you could say, could the relationship, the cardigan, be that thing she puts back on to feel comfortable, to feel back, be her music,
Mm-hmm.
that's what she returns back to.
Mm-hmm.
The cardigan that makes her feel comfortable, gives her some sense of security, that when all the crap happens in the world, she goes back to the very thing where she started. I think that's the symbolism. Now the video may expand the symbolism beyond the song, and the song, sometimes the song will have one meaning and the video will have a separate. So I'm not going to argue that the song carries that exact same imagery, but the video to me screams it and is explicit in this taking one step out of where she is into another world, and to another world, and to another world. And I think that's the key element there.
Yeah, I agree. I can definitely see that.
All right, anything else about the song, or anything else about the video, or anything else that I may have missed or I'm overlooking?
Not that I can think of right now. I think, like I said, I'll have to listen to the album as a whole, and to be able to really dissect everything. But yeah, I think that everything you brought up, you can definitely see that throughout the video. So
Okay, and just so that we know, at 11:24 p.m. Central Time, the new album by Taylor Swift, Folklore, is there. And okay, or the original track list that I gave on my original podcast was wrong. They had The One and Cardigan as track one. So here is the actual track list to the album. Track one is The One. Track 2, Cardigan. Track 3, The Last Great American Dynasty. Track 4, Exile. I'm not going to tell people who the feature is on that, but oh, heck, I can't wait to hear that. That's going to be a crazy feature. And definitely because of who's on this track, it's definitely getting back to a alternative. In fact, it's even, look at this. It's listed as an alternative album, not a pop album. It's listed as alternative. It's going to have an indie, folksy, alternative vibe. Track 5 is My Tears, Ricochet. Track 6, Mirror Ball. Track 7 is 7. That's clever. Track 8 is August. Track 9 is This Is Me Trying. Track 10, Illicit Affairs. Track 11, Invisible String. Track 12, Mad Woman. Track 13, Epiphany. Track 14, Betty. Track 15, Peace. Track 16, Hoax. It is a 1 hour and 3 minute long album released today. Taylor Swift, and it's her name. It's copyright Taylor Swift, so she owns her own music, which has been a big controversy she has found herself in. So she owns her own music. She owns this album. This is hers. No record company owns it. So that's interesting. So there we have it. There's the video. There's our analysis. If you disagree with our analysis, contact Becca. If you agree with the analysis, contact me. You can't disagree with my analysis unless you're foolish and blind, because my analysis is right. Taylor Swift called me and told me that I was right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not actually true, but I think considering I watched it 1.5 times and came up with that much explanation, I think we're onto something there. So people can give us our feedback, get feedback. You can email me at newsif@yahoo.com, newsif@yahoo.com. We have a currently on email address, but I don't know what it is right now. So email me at the newsif email address. All right. Any other thoughts? Anything else you want to say?
No, I'm just excited to listen to this album and start to dissect it.
Oh, do we know if Kanye dropped?
I do not know that.
Okay, hang on. Let me look. I'm gonna go back to my Apple TV and go to Apple Music. This is going to be the big story. We'll see. All right, let's see. Browse. I see Taylor. I see celebrating AC/DC's Back in Black album. Man, that album was so good. Okay, I see. I don't see Kanye. Did Kanye run scared? Okay, no, that. Okay. I don't see I don't see Kanye. Ooh, Mr. Wives has a new album. That's interesting. Okay. I don't see Kanye. So everyone was thinking we were going to get a Kanye versus Taylor Swift in a death match. But I think Kanye decided to wait, which was probably smart.
Yeah.
And right now, Hot Tracks, number 1 hot track on Apple Music right now,
Cardigan.
Yeah. So it's already jumped up. So everybody's listening to the single like crazy. All right. Well,
I did notice while I was watching the video live, I did notice that there were 358,000 people watching.
Yeah.
At that moment. So
all right. Well, start listening to the album, and then we'll see if we can at least get something recorded before the night is over. So thank you for tuning into the Currently On podcast. Please subscribe anywhere you get your podcasts. We're all about what's currently on: movies, TV shows, podcasts, sports, you name it. We talk about it. And tonight it's all about Taylor Swift. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll be back with a complete review of the album. And based off how great our analysis of the video was, you don't want to miss the review of the album, because we're going to be the only ones who actually understand it. All right. Everyone have a great night. Thanks for listening.